Three, two, one. We're live.
Oh, we're live, baby.
Yeah, officially Sinner and the Saints back. This is episode 56.
Boom. And
Man,
we promise, we've been on the show and we've been fucking talking about how, hey, we're gonna be consistent and do all that stuff, okay? And we're tired of lying to you guys. So I'm telling you right now, I will promise you that we get 2 more shows in before the end of the year. All right.
absolutely.
I am willing to commit wholeheartedly and fully.
We may even get to 60.
I know.
That's
We better
in the
get
book.
Man. Well, it's going to be a lot easier for me because now it's fucking dark so early and it's starting to snow Friday and Saturday here.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, when winter sets in here, it's very easy for me to be like, fuck it, I'm going to the shop.
Dude, I wish we could get a change of weather, man. It's 90 degrees still, hot as hell.
Yeah, today the high was 72. It feels hot as fuck. Like, that's what's weird. When the temperature drops, dude, it'll be like high 60s. It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like, it's so hot.
So you guys already got snow coming in. That's exciting.
Yeah,
do you got to prep anything for the snow? Like get anything ready?
It's not where we're at in the valley. Like, I mean, it's just kind of like everyone will start switching over their tires because the first thing to prep for is just when the roads get icy. Yeah. Because you know what I mean? You got to you got to be able to drive on ice because it gets cold before the snow ever sticks. Like, it'll snow and it'll all be melted probably the next day. You know what I mean? Like, it'll all be good shit. So, but I am trying to, like, fuck, I got to get that camper off the mountain and then I'm going to get my snowblower in. So it is still good to get prepared. Like at the shop, the fucking snow that falls, like we got to plow around our granite and keep the snow clean there, let people come in for parking.
I'm sure you got to get extra heaters in the shop or something.
Yeah, we run a diesel heater and then we're going to set up the wood stove set up in there with a couple different burn barrels. So
it's a little safer than the diesel.
Our bill goes up like fucking like $300-$400 a month from like 80 a month.
Yeah.
So, which I mean, down there, it's not that, dude. It's so cheap here, but still, it's like, fuck.
Yeah, that does suck, man. So a lot of things have happened since our last episode. I mean, our last episode was a few months back, and is that a suppository, Chad?
No.
Oh, smelling salt.
Yeah.
You're really doing a smelling salt on the air.
Oh yeah.
What does that do for you? Is it just like
it's my new alarm? It's my new alarm clock. So I have so much trouble getting out of bed, but I want to work out and run in the morning because I'm a better person when I do. So I have one of these by my bed. So when my alarm goes off, I reach over, I crack it, smell it, it wakes me up, and then I go running.
Oh, that is insane, Chad. I don't know anybody else. Most people just go get some coffee, you know, maybe hit an energy drink or two.
Well, it hit me out of nowhere, dude. I didn't see it on a sports channel. I didn't see it anywhere. I was just sitting there one day. I was like, fucking smelling salts. I wonder if I can get them. And like literally, dude, on Amazon, $12.95, 25 smelling salts. Bro, I fucking, oh my God. They clear my nose up hella good too, and like it just wakes you up and makes you like alert and shit. And
what's in it?
Like it's just ammonia and something else. Like yeah, like
is it safe to be doing like on a regular?
Yeah. I mean, like athletes, it's super popular in collegiate sports, and like you'll see NFL players on the sidelines doing them and shit. So you just can't like fucking go like balls to the wall on them or nothing. But yeah.
How long does the smelling salt last for?
Dude, I don't know, but I've smelled them for a couple minutes. Like I get up in the morning, I'm smelling it. I go take a piss, I'm smelling it a little longer. I'll have Victoria. I'm like, Jada, smell it. You know what I mean? I had my mom Saturday night at my dad's surprise birthday party. Dude, I said, Mom, check this out. I did it to my mom, then I did it to my sister because my sister's surprises drove up. But my mom, I go, Mom, bring it to your nose real slow. I go, breathe in through your nose though, so you can smell. I go, because it's strong as fuck right at first, and it'll light you up. And she goes, okay. And she's like, oh, like, I fucking told you, go slow.
Your mom don't fuck around with anything though.
Dude,
she'll really
I don't know how long she was in there smelling it. The whole time I was in the kitchen, she's like, oh, okay. And she kept smelling it. I'm like, all right, Mom, while I'm going outside. She's like, okay, honey. She's fucking just smelling away, dude.
I like it. You know, I have no problem with that, Myrna. You keep smelling those salts. I mean, That's interesting that you're going that route now, huh?
What do you mean?
I mean, it's just what's
I always
next?
got
You know,
something
what's
else.
next?
That's what Victoria said. She's like, "What the fuck, Chad?" I'm like, "Hey, babe, I want to work. I'm just having a hard time getting out of bed." I was like, "This is gonna help me." And my theory is, by the time I run out of the 25 of them, that I'm gonna be programmed to just jump out of bed and wake up. So then I won't need them anymore.
Hey, you know, it takes what 21 days to break a bad habit, so you may be onto something there.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the way I live, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm not gonna do this for the rest of my life. I'm gonna do it for 25 days.
Yeah, 25 days, it shouldn't hurt you. Nothing should go bad, you
Yeah.
know?
I was
Uh,
just laughing because I was imagining like like Bobby going to try one of these and his nose just exploding in blood
oh, yeah. Just
because his,
because it's too strong?
just his nose is so fucked up, dude.
Dude,
Like,
Bobby's got
when he
some
sent,
serious nose problems right now,
did he
man.
send you the video of that gob of goo out of his nose
I don't
from
think
like
so.
3 weeks? Oh my god, bro! John was gonna throw up. I kept showing it to people just so they throw up, but he's like, oh fucking like oh, and then like he's shaking. It looks like canned peaches, bro. Bloody canned peaches. Like in this napkin, and he's like, and he's holding his nose, and then he's like, that just came out of my nose. And I'm like, oh fuck. But he's getting his surgery day before Thanksgiving. So
Yeah.
kudos, brother.
Ah, man, Greg had that surgery. Greg had like both sides. He had deviated septums. Not that same surgery, but a similar one.
Oh, I
That
didn't get it done.
Yeah, that shit is not fun, man. Messing with your nose, your all your shit.
Yeah. Well, that's what like the biggest thing that I noticed on this dude is like, fuck, dude, it cleared like, I always have a runny nose during this time of year and it's always fucked with me. But when I do this and then go running, it's like so clear.
Yeah. So far, one of the things I was noticing is California and Idaho are still pretty anti-COVID right now. So you're doing good on your end. You haven't been sick, haven't been feeling. I'm feel great. I've been traveling all over the place. I've never felt better in my life. It's amazing.
Dude, I'm fine. Well,
Yeah.
that's everybody up here. Like, I mean, everybody up here really believes we all had it. Like, dude, we had okay, so before it was like December or whatever in January, somewhere in there, dude, I was telling John, I was like, dude, I've never been sick like this. And I was like, dude, I'm sore. I'm tired. Like, I can't fucking, it was all the shit. Lasted like 5, 6 days, dude. I was fucked up. Eva went through it. My mom went through it. Hell of people went through it. Like, it was called the worst flu season up here in the nursing homes and shit like that. And then like 2 months later, the COVID stuff come out. And then they were talking about that it might have made its rounds like before anybody knew in all these areas, but
Yeah.
who knows what the fuck it was. I mean, and I know tons of people that have had it.
Yeah.
And there, like we had one guy on a job. He's like, hey, man, shit's real. I got it, man. Yeah, I was sick. I was like, oh, yeah, what'd you have to do? Like, go to the doctor or what? He's like, had to stay in my room for 2 weeks. I'm
Yeah.
like, but you didn't need medication or nothing? He's like, nah, but I was like sick. I'm like the fucking flu, bro. Like, but like, and I'm not,
You know, Cam
there's
Newton,
a
quarterback of the
legitimate,
Patriots, just got
huh?
it. And Cam Newton, the quarterback of the New England Patriots, just got it. He only missed 1 week of football. He played this past week, and
Oh, yeah.
that's having
I
it.
mean, yeah, it's like, and yeah, the deaths that we had were literally 95% of the deaths that we had were the average age was like 87 and they were all in a nursing home and 3/4 of them were in hospice.
Yeah.
It sucks, dude, but
Yeah,
a
it's gonna
sickness
happen.
is a sickness. But yeah, we're all good, man. Like
That's
I
good.
just, we get people coming into business and they're wearing masks and, I don't care. We don't wear them like
Yeah.
flat out. Like I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna fucking do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, who wants to smell your fucking nasty ass breath all day? You know? In certain situations, I just got back. I traveled to Tennessee,
Yeah.
and going on a plane, you gotta wear it the whole time. That's the rule,
Your wedding, man. I was like fucking going nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And even in Tennessee, it's a little weird because they just opened up bars like the week before we got there. And
Yeah.
the rule is oh, I'm sorry, but the rule is you got to have your mask on, but only to go to the bathroom. And I mean, just to me, that's the place I take it off because I don't want other people's feces getting into my mask. That's
Well, I
just
mean,
disgusting.
yeah.
So it was quite funny to watch everyone sit at the bar and drink without their mask, but then they get up, put their mask on, walk to the bathroom, and just load it full of
Dude,
shit.
there's no rhyme or reason to any of this bullshit. And so many studies have come out. There's no logic behind any of it. There's nothing that points to any logic. It's just a bunch of people saying, well, I feel like I'm being safer. Well, cool. Wear your fucking mask. Shut the fuck up. Don't talk to me. Don't tell me to do it. And if you're fucking scared to get the fucking corona, stay your fucking ass inside
Yeah,
and I'll enjoy and enact my freedoms.
yeah.
That's it. It's just like fucking, if I don't want to get AIDS, I'm not going to fuck a girl with AIDS. If I don't want to fucking get a
Or
chick
fuck a dude
pregnant,
with
I'm not going
AIDS.
to keep busting nuts in girls. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm careful about shit I don't want to do. You know what I mean?
yeah.
If
You
you're
got a
scared of
point.
heights, it's like people that are scared of heights saying you're not allowed to build a high rise anymore. There
Yeah,
should be no such thing as ladders because I'm scared of heights. Go
yeah.
fuck yourself, you know?
I I guess for me, I'm just a
Go
huge.
around up there.
I know I didn't want to get you riled up on this, but for me, it's
No,
hard
no,
for
all
me to
good.
really believe in the severity of this, like in a way, because we just had a big wedding with a bunch of people there. You know,
Great.
as
Amazing.
far as
The
my
Pearson
knowledge,
wedding. This is the first podcast since a Pearson wedding, man.
no one got sick though. That's
Shout
amazing, right? It's something to
Dude,
be happy about.
it's fucking normal. How many times have fucking somebody came into an office sick and everybody's like, what the fuck are you doing coming to work
Yeah,
sick?
stay
And then
home,
one of you
Bobby.
gets it and you don't get it or whatever. Like,
Yeah,
it's fucking normal, man.
uh-huh.
Like you don't fucking quarantine and punish the healthy. It's the
Yeah,
stupidest thing in the fucking world. And it hasn't, none of it's gonna work. And for people to think that anyone all of a sudden everyone's just gonna be a bunch of fucking sheep. I can't believe how many fucking people are. I can't believe the people that I see driving with a fucking mask by themselves in a car. Good job, fucking dildo. You know, but I mean, it's just like it doesn't. It's crazy, man. I can't wait. Like I'm just so excited about get through elections. Hopefully, a lot of shit goes away,
yeah. We'll
and we
see.
just get to go back to normal. Because, like I say, dude, fucking, especially for us, like California, it's gonna be one thing.
Oh God, it's
Because
bad.
like you guys don't have like a hard winter, right?
Yeah,
But you guys still have a shitload to do. But for us, bro, if it really ends during the winter and we all like it's a snowed in winter, and then when our spring comes, it's gonna be fucking madness, dog. Even though like we're not even close to shut down like you got
yeah,
like the bar thing, like in Elk River, dude, that was they were closed like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, maybe five, and then it was already open but no dance, or it was you had to close at 11 and you had half population and you could only drink if you were eating. Then the next one was it was like the next weekend it was like, oh, okay,
yeah.
uh
It's all everything's good again.
the bar's open, no, but you can't dance. And then the weekend after that they were like, all right, you can dance. That's how quick it went for Idaho, like boom. And like,
Yeah,
dude, the biggest weekend, bigger than the 4th of July up here. You guys were here 4th of July.
yeah.
Talked about that. But the biggest weekend we had up there at the bar in Elk River was the first weekend they allowed dancing. That was the craziest weekend,
That's
bro.
tight.
Everybody was there. And it's
That's
so
tight.
funny. Like, you see, the thing that cracks me up is like, how many fucking people like you could tell were from way out of town. Like Elk River blew the fuck up this year, dog. Like
Yeah,
everyone from Washington, because word got around that they were open. So
yeah,
everyone from all these towns, like, dude, the amount of hunters is ridiculous. Like, it's just flooded.
yeah,
But it's good for business and everything like that. Honestly, the
yeah,
bar had the best year they've ever had.
yeah. That's
That's what's
wonderful.
think about that. Like,
Yeah,
as our grant, even us in business, our granite shop's doing the best it ever has.
that's awesome.
So, but yeah, but all the people that were coming over there, you'd see people like walk in, they'd both be wearing masks. They'd walk in, they'd look around, and the whole bar would look over and they're like, oh, and suddenly it's okay not to wear them. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? I'm like, they're fine with it. Like, if you were fine with not wearing, I don't know. It's just
It
crazy.
it is crazy, and I feel bad for those people who really want to wear their mask, and then they're out and about, and they just feel pressured, just by the people amongst them,
What do you mean?
and like,
Want to
just
wear it?
public, like if no one's wearing a mask around and they're the only ones, they might take that mask off, you
That,
know?
fuck that, because it's the same in reverse. If you're not wearing a mask and everyone's wearing a mask, they look at you. Fuck all that. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck about any feelings like that. Like
Yeah.
that's just society. Like if I don't want to fucking, it's just the way it is. Like if I'm fucking, you know what I mean? If I'm a fucking white guy and I just fucking and I'm going into a fucking Black Panther party, like I'm probably gonna get some weird fucking looks. And I'm not gonna blame them. I'm like, Forrest Gump, I didn't mean to crash
Yeah.
your Black Panther party. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
my
saying? Like
bad.
you're gonna when you're different, you're different. Like it's
Yeah.
fucking that simple. It's like walking into a fucking church on Sunday in the middle of service and you're fucking wearing a Satan t-shirt. You're probably gonna get looked at
Yeah,
different. Yeah,
makes
and
sense.
that's fucking fine. Go to a different area.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna tell anybody like, whoa, you shouldn't act like that. Fuck all that shit, dude. None of us got any business telling anybody how to act, man.
Right.
You don't
So
murder, you don't fucking we got a very simple set of guidelines that we follow, and beyond that it's freedom, and
yep,
that's the point of it. Not and especially not putting it like the choice in the government's hand and bureaucracies so that a government can tell us what's safe or a government could
well,
tell us
that's
when
the
we
last thing we should be doing,
it was crazy. That's what we did. That's what so many people did. So, but I mean, fuck all that shit, dude. You know what I mean? Your
yeah.
your wedding was fucking amazing, dude.
Hell
It
yeah.
was so much fucking fun. I tried to pass out early. Your missus said, "Fuck no, not on
Yeah,
my
pulled
wedding
you
night."
back in your underpants, huh? Your undergarments.
Yeah. You know what's so funny is until Bobby told me it was Amanda, I couldn't remember who it was. What's up, Jason? Comments on the screen. But I couldn't
Yeah.
remember who it was, dude. I just remember someone like, fuck no, get up. And then I remember being like, I was just in my underwear and it's like, it's okay. And then I fell down the stairs with the guitar and I was
Dude,
laughing for a while and then got back up. Fuck.
you were the talk of the wedding, Chad. You sure as hell were. Everyone thought you were the most handsome gentleman. You gave some elderly people a show when you came out in your chonies.
I
It was
dude, I'm to be honest, I'm so happy that it was Amanda that brought me out of the cabin because dude, I'm not lying. I like flying home and shit. And the next day I was feeling so guilty. I'm like, dude, I hope I wasn't like the fucking, like, fuck, dude. I came out in my underwear. What the fuck was I thinking, bro? Like, that's so fucking, fucked up. And then, like,
oh, it was a shit
I
show.
was thinking, like, I hope Amanda wasn't mad at me. But then when Bobby told me she's the one that brought me out of the cabin, I'm like, okay, she couldn't be mad at me, right? Like, fucking, she was with me.
Yeah. Oh man, it was
Not
a good
mad. He's
time.
like, yeah, she's pissed, bro. But
No,
no,
no, it was a good time. Believe it or not, we actually we got in some trouble in Nashville. Amanda got us kicked out of the bar. One of the most popular bars in all of downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Amanda got us kicked out like
what
within
you
an
do?
hour. Well, first the bouncers came up to me and they're like, "Hey man, you got to do something about your wife. She's not supposed to be like socializing with all these people." And I look over and she's like across the room talking to all these people without a mask on and got her arm around them. And the rules,
What the fuck is
just
wrong with
opened
you?
up.
Oh
The rules
my
just opened up. So
God.
they're like, you have to go to the table or we're going to kick you out. And so I'm like, all right, whatever. So I bring her back to the table. Huh?
That's prejudice. That's all I'm saying.
It was, but whatever. They had some stupid rules from time to time. We were just following them, happy to be in a bar.
I know, right? Yeah.
And
On your
and
honeymoon, man. Yeah.
yeah, next thing she starts getting real crazy. We get kicked out. I mean, I'll tell you off the air later, but yeah, it was pretty wild. Pretty wild. I was
Hell,
I was hugging homeless people and things like that. No one got me sick. That's all I'm saying. I had
didn't
my
have that
dude, 3
far.
in the morning. I had my arm around a homeless gentleman, just loving on him, praying for him, all
Oh,
the drunk shit.
hell yeah. That's good. That means you had a great time.
Yeah, it was pretty fun, man.
It looked,
Dude, I love
well, it looked like
Nashville.
you've seen a lot too. I mean,
Yeah, we did. We did a
the,
lot of the sightseeing, the Hall of Fames and the museums and all that good stuff too. So that was real fun.
had to,
Um,
man, had to be.
yeah, if I'm gonna go back, I have a list of things that I definitely want to do. You can't see it all in one trip. I'll tell you that unless you stay forever.
Oh, I bet, man. Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much to see, so much musical influence, man. It was like, I mean, if you're a musician and you live in Tennessee and you aren't influenced, something's wrong with you. Like, you
Well,
know
that
what I
was
mean?
cool that the picture of the lyrics that you sent on
Yeah.
that yellow tape, like paper, like I like you're like, dude, that hit me. I'm like, dude, that's got to hit all of us. We
Oh
all got
yeah.
those sheets of paper. I mean, not like on the record playing, but you know,
Yeah. That we
yeah,
want, you know?
it
Songs that
re-
we thought might
yeah,
be on the radio one day.
yeah.
And yeah, it was really cool to see all that stuff, man. And the food was amazing. Um Man, I don't know why we're not there. We survived a hurricane while we were there.
How
I
was
mean,
that?
it was just a little bit of rain, 2-3 inches of rain at the most. It was pretty wet.
Yeah,
We bought an umbrella for $10. I mean, best
yeah.
$10 I ever
But
spent in my
wasn't
life.
too dramatic then.
It wasn't that bad, dude. I mean, we were soaked. Amanda, with wearing the mask and all the water and stuff, like half of her makeup ran off. And we weren't expecting to like stay out for the night. And so she's like, I gotta touch up my makeup before we go out from all this. And
Oh shit.
yeah, it was kind of a shit show with all the rain, but other than that, man, people were doing just fine. I seen party buses go by with like people on their
Not
bachelorettes, dancing, pulling their buoys out and things like that. And
hell yeah.
nothing stopped them. They had raincoats on and everything was just fine.
It's fucking crazy ass windstorm going on right now. I could through my headphones, dude. I just heard, and I'm like, what the fuck? But it's just
It
wind
scared
out there.
me. I thought you had a ghost in there.
Basically, bro. Fuck. Damn.
So remember that video I showed you on the podcast of that ghost at our office?
Yeah. Moving shit. Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby already like demythed that the first time I showed him the video. It's all good. There's no ghost in the office. It was just a little bit of vibration, something moved. Yeah, we debunked that. I just had to throw that out there for everyone. Bobby looked at it and he's like, let me see it a couple more times. And he watched it and he's like, oh yeah, that thing right there causes it to move. I'm like, no, dude, you took all the fun out of it.
Yeah, you didn't have to tell anybody on the podcast, man. We could have just kept that off air. I'll tell you a fucking crazy story. My sister, she asked for a shout out. Shout out to my sister.
What's
Uh,
up?
she dude, we were just talking about crazy shit, different podcasts and stuff like that. And she was talking about she just watched a documentary about the dude that had fucking 7 big ass lizards that fucking ate his ass. Bro, like the Komodo dragons in Australia that like
Yeah.
Steve used to go after? They're like that. It's called the monitor lizard or something like that. But they look just like the Komodo dragons, 6 feet long. He had 7 of them. Bro, they found him. He didn't show up to work. They fucking go to his apartment, find his body laying against, it was pinned against the front door. His face, his cheeks were eaten off. His face was eaten off. All of his fingers were eaten. His stomach was ripped open and his organs had been ate. And fucking the 7 fucking goddamn lizards were all bloody and shit hissing in the apartment.
Well, what do you expect?
Dude, it's fucking crazy. Well, they said, so what happened is he got bitten like a week or 2 before, got a staph infection, and fucking finally died, and they ate his ass, is what the conclusion was. But then his boss was talking about, yeah, he's missed work before because he's been bit by him, this and that. It's like, you fucking, what the fuck, dude? Like,
Yeah.
you know what
Lizards,
I mean?
it's pretty common, man, to get a staph infection like that. But
I mean, they're fucking 7 feet long or 6 feet. Dude, they're enormous. They're monitor or dragon lizards or something. They call. Either way, dude, it's fucking crazy though. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Where's he at?
I don't remember. He was 42. His name was I think his name was Randolph. I don't know, but you can Google it. Say man eaten by his 7 6-foot lizards. And boom, it'll pop up. That's my exact Google search that I did. I was like,
If you're looking for a good documentary out there, chat, this made me think of you because like, dude, you're probably in the fucking documentary. It's about a water park. It's called Class Action Park. And
Why would
if
that
if
make you think of me?
if you're an HBO subscriber, look on HBO or try to find it. It's really good. So it's about this fucking badass water park, and the guy would just like, yeah, I want to fucking do a loop-de-loop slide with a fucking 100-foot drop, and they would just build it. And dude, kids were getting fucked up, like breaking their necks, and like, dude, it's a really good documentary. So, Class Action Park, you're gonna love it, Chad. I promise.
Oh shit, yeah. I
I,
love watching that kind of shit, man.
it's like a nostalgic type movie too. If you're raised in the '90s, you'll really enjoy it.
Hell yeah. Well,
Did you
so
watch?
fuck. Huh? What's up?
I was gonna say, did you watch the fights last week? With Brian
Uh,
Ortega.
yeah, I watched some like all mixed up because my dad's birthday party. So we try to watch what we can, but I seen parts of the main event, and then we started rewatching the beginning of the card, which was pretty damn fucking good. And then I haven't got to rewatch the main event yet. But yeah, I just seen parts of it. Did you watch the whole thing or what?
So I missed the first part of it. I was driving over to Bobby's and car accident and all kinds of crazy stuff. Not me, but there was one I had to help out at. But anyways, yeah, I caught the co-main and the main. And I thought the main event, like for me, it was just not the fight that I wanted to see. It was mainly a stand-up fight. And I wanted to see them both jiu-jitsu it up. Like I thought it was gonna be the best jiu-jitsu fight we've ever seen, but I'm always wrong.
Yeah, what I seen from it, like even though, I didn't get to see Ortega picking him apart. That's what I read. But like I was like, to me, it just seemed like he wasn't even that aggressive at all. It just didn't, there was no real aggression in the fight when I watched it, like the parts that I seen anyway.
Yeah, I felt like if you watch the first part of that fight, like first couple rounds, Ortega was kind of coming on pretty slow. He looked way better towards the end of the fight. Like I'd say third round on,
Oh, okay.
he looked really, really strong.
Right on. What was the co-main again? Who was in the co-main?
It was the chick that just beat Rose, the short hair. What's her name? Jessica Andrade.
Oh yeah, I watched that. Andrade, she moved up to 125 pounds. She fucked that girl up, dude.
Yeah,
that was a good fight.
Yeah, it was.
Andrade
it was
beastly, dude. Little tree trunk ass.
Yeah. She's tight, dude. I didn't think I liked her for a long time, but I'm starting to be a fan.
Me and Victoria were laughing right before she fought Rose, the rematch with Rose. Dude, in the documentary, because that was all during COVID. Dude, when they show her walking and shit, her legs look enormous. Her thighs, like, it did not look like she was going to make 115 pounds.
Yeah.
It looked like no way in fucking hell she was going to make it. But she did, obviously. Rose beat her, but yeah. But she looked good in that fight at 125. It was like, she was the smaller girl, but fuck, dude, she fucking put it on her.
Yeah. That was an okay card. I didn't see the first part of that card at all.
Was it? There was some good fights, dude. There was like they were fucking swinging. Oh, the fucking highlight. Wasn't that the 2 knockouts? No, that was the weekend before.
Yeah,
that was the weekend before the crazy spinning back kick knockout, and then another badass knockout. Oh, then Monroy got dropped by Corey Sandhagen on that spinning heel kick.
I haven't seen that one live. I got to go back and watch it. I'm a little bit behind.
We watched it. I was like, holy shit! No, it was good, but fuck, man, I'm trying to think of the other fights that were good on this last Saturday. I don't know, but we got a hell of a card coming up, dude. I'm pumped.
Oh, dude.
Fucking A, dude.
Did you watch the countdown yet?
I fucking I only got to watch the and I could barely fucking watch it. Bless children's hearts, but fuck, they don't shut up. Fucking go, running, crying, fucking, I don't know, yes, no, I'm hungry, no, I want to do this, no, share, fucking, that's the rhythm all fucking day, dude. Like, fuck that shit. Oh my God. Yeah. Anyway, so all I gotta watch was the main event part of it.
Okay.
So, yeah, which, dude, and I barely got to watch it, but I told Victoria, I was like, babe, we got to fucking watch this shit when we could watch it. It looked good.
Yeah.
And like Khabib backstory and shit, and then Gaethje coming in. I was like, dude, this is like it looked like the best one they'd done in a while. And
I was thinking that. So I watched part of
yeah,
it. I haven't finished it. I'm about halfway through the whole countdown episode, but I was like, I feel like they put a lot more into this than any other one
it,
I've seen in a long time.
it's probably because they had more content. Like I think that we've been in such a dark age the last 6 months because all the COVID shit that they couldn't really send camera crews out and fucking get in depth. But Khabib's got such a huge backstory from his father and losing him and everything like that, and Gaethje
Crazy.
coming up, and it looked like they really just gotta fucking get people in the room recording, and yeah, and they had a bunch of footage from before. I don't know what it was, but it was definitely fucking better, like for sure.
Yeah.
I'm hyped,
Um,
man. I'm fucking pumped.
dude, this should be a good one. I really can't tell you who I got in it either. Like that's how torn I am. Gaethje is I think he's got the best chance. I say that every time. I don't think anybody can beat Khabib unless their name's George St. Pierre. I it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough for Gaethje. I think Gaethje like did a good thing by going back, bringing his old wrestling coach back. I don't know if you know that, but he went and started training with his old wrestling coach again, and I think he's just gonna be able to fucking do some madness.
Yeah, I mean, dude, when I was watching the embedded, I seen him fucking training the wrestling, and
Mm.
I'm like, fuck, dude. It looked like they were fucking just fucking wrestling a lot. Like I'm like, if you are Gaethje and you're standing up and you're staying in shape, like you should fucking, like if he spent this whole camp just wrestling to
Yeah.
where he's comfortable being uncomfortable and shit and gets back in that motion, his stand up's gonna be there, you know? So fucking
You may get us yanked from Facebook Live. I don't know,
yeah.
but I'm just
Well,
throwing it out there.
my hunting rifle sitting in front of me and I realized that I had 3 shells
Have
jacked
you
in.
killed anything this year?
Just some fucking grouse, bro, and time.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. I went out for my fucking moose zone, one of the most beautiful drives I ever took, and then just beautiful. It's on the North Fork, dude. And I get in there, and my unit. There's a reason, it's just nobody exaggerated. Nobody exaggerated. I mean, for me to fucking say what I'm saying, dude, like people out there don't know, but I love. This is the way I put it. I love suffering so much. Yeah, I do triathlons and I can't fucking swim.
Yeah.
So, that's like my easy way to put it. But dude, it was pouring rain from the moment I like got there. So I was supposed to backpack in, but it was just pouring. And I'm like, dude, I can't start wet. So I'm driving the whole north side of the unit. Couldn't believe the amount of people I seen out there. Tons of fishermen, but it was opening day of elk season. So everybody's out there elk hunting, but I just had a moose tag,
Yeah.
So I'm going out, go around the unit. It's fucking crazy, dude. I'm driving up this fucking road. My truck is all over the place. I put my truck in 4-wheel drive because the road is snot, bro, and it's switchback.
Yeah.
Guess who the fuck I run into coming down the mountain? So I was 10 miles from Montana. That's where my unit was at. That's how far out it was. It was 4 hours away from here. 10 miles from Montana. Coming down the road, this fucking guy looks like a straight up dweeb, fucking glasses on, like little pretty Felice on, in a minivan, dog. Coming down this dirt fucking like tiny ass logging road, which this road does go to Montana. I'm like, he had Montana plates on. I'm like, what the fuck is this dude? I have no idea how that dude wasn't fucking like off the side of the mountain. Like it was so funny. I'm like, what the fuck? But I get up to my last spot where I think, okay, it's right by like this walkout that goes to Scurvy Point. So the whole thing is you can't ride quads. It's all single track or horseback. Like that's it. So all the camps down there are fucking like that were set up had hella horses. They were all guide camps. So, and when I told everybody I'm on foot, they're like, oh, well, I go to the one side of the unit where I seen a quad trail. It's the farthest east side, dude, all the way on the unit. So I drive up this road, which you get this tiny little like 2-mile spot where you can on a road that drives through, and that's it. That's the only roads. And then this little quad trail. So I get right when I get to where I am in, there's a whole fucking camp set up. I'm like, fuck, dude. So I get out and I'm like, God damn it. And then I go, fuck it. I'm gonna go talk to these guys. I go talk to them and they're like, hey, what's up, man? I'm like, hey, I'm new to the area, man. I'm not trying to intrude on anybody's hunting area. I drew a moose tag. He's like, you got a fucking moose tag? I'm like, yeah, I got a moose tag. He's like, fuck, come here, come here, come here. And he fucking brings me in their tent, and they're all cooking and shit. They got a sheep herder's tent set up, wood stove, fucking cooking up some stuff. They were both like probably like late 50s, but maybe 60s. But and then he shows me on his phone. He's like, "Come here," and he had these two giant bull fucking moose, dude, just going crazy. He's like, "We were grunting at them. They charged us, at this creek, that creek." And we look, well, they were out of my unit where those moose were, but it got me fucking pumped up. And I'm like, right on. They're like, dude, if you want to come back in the morning for some hot coffee, come on. We just got in from Alaska. So these dudes are fucking tight, bro. They just been hunting in Alaska. Now they're set up. And you got to understand, I'm in the dude as far out as you can drive in Idaho. Like, this is real backwoods. Like, this is beyond. They said this is the way the first dude described the unit to me, and it was funny
And
because
he
like,
hunted it before or what?
yes, on the other side.
Okay.
He's all, look, the north side of the North Fork, that's real Idaho backcountry, which means like it's legit. He's like, the side you're on, fuck that. Like, that was great. That's what he told me. I'm like, what the fuck? And dude, sure enough, yeah, fucking crazy. Like, from the river, there's no trail or road on that side of the river at all. It just goes straight up from the North Forks at like 2,800 feet, and it just goes straight up to the peaks at 6,000. Like, just
Wow.
straight. And I mean, there's no like tons of trail. It's so thick. So anyway, I drive down. I'm excited. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to set up. Fuck it, dude. Like, I'm not going to backpack in. I was talking to those guys. They're like, dude, you do not. I was like, I know, right? So I talked myself out of backpacking in. I brought a regular tent, though, and a regular sleeping bag in my truck. So I find the spot, this little flat where like the only flat by the river. I'm like, dude, if there's going to be moose, there's going to be moose down this flat. From the road, it looked like I could just zigzag in and out through a couple hundred yards. No big deal. So I go down, I set my tent up, dude. By the time it's pouring rain, by the time my tent is set up, it is filled with water. Fucking filled with water, dude. I'm like, fuck, dude. And I'm soaked. I'm like, motherfucker. So luckily I got a bunch of towels in my truck. I take them in the tent. I get it all dried out. Like, but I touch, when you touch nylon and it's wet, it just keeps dripping. So I get that shit set up. I'm like, fuck it, dude. I'm gonna try to hunt a little bit. Now it's like 4:00, bro. And I go out, and within 30 minutes, dude, everything I have, I'm pushing. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And I know it's gonna be dark in an hour. I'm like, fuck this, dude. I gotta go. I gotta get back, because I was already soaked before I started setting up the tent. So I go back in, I get all my stuff. I read a book for 5 hours, dog. Smoke Jensen, Law of the Mountain Men, badass series. If you ever want to fucking
Did
look
it
them up.
help you?
Huh?
Did it help you find some courage or some nuts?
No, man, I just chilled and read a book. There wasn't no courage. It fucking got dark. It's getting dark at like 5:30 right now.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So it was getting dark. So I'm like, fuck. So I'm chilling in my tent. I'm reading. Finally, it would like the rain would let up a little bit, and I start thinking, okay, I got that kindling in my backpack. There's some logs out there. I'm like, fuck, I don't have a fucking axe to split any wood. I'm like, that shit ain't gonna burn. They're big ass soaked rounds. I'm like, fuck, I'm like, oh, fuck it. Maybe I'll start fucking pouring rain. Pouring. I'm like, fuck, it's dripping everywhere in my tent. So I spread all my different clothes out that I have and like put shit over them, thinking like, I brought in all my, because I'm like, okay, if I get up in the morning, something's wet, I'll grab this or I'll grab that or I'll grab that, right? So I read all fucking night, bro. I like pass out. Like, I don't know what the fuck, if it was a bear or a moose by my tent, but it was so funny because I have a video of me like sitting there. And I was, because throughout the night, I'm like, yep, I'm still reading. And you can hear it raining. I'm like, this fucking.
You have your GoPro set up or what?
No, just my phone.
Okay.
And I'm just chilling in the tent by myself and like, in the middle of fucking nowhere. But, like I go right when I'm going to click record on my phone, I just hear, and like I'd been hearing the popping, but when it rains, everything's loud, right? So you don't really know what's what. And I thought that I go, fuck, sounds like something's walking out there. And even moose kind of make that sound. So it could have been moose, could have been a bear. I was in grizzly country. I don't think it was a fucking grizzly, but I mean, the grizzlies are coming over from Montana right there. But so I'm like, fuck. So it's hella funny because I turn on the camera and I'm like, and I'm looking up and then I grab my 357. I'm like peeking through the window and shit, And I go, dude, the only flashlight that I fucking had shined about like 10 feet, dog. So like, It was horrible. Like it was almost
Oh,
worse. Like you know when you turn on your brights in the
yeah,
fog and you can see less.
yeah,
That's what my flashlight was like. It everything 10 feet in front of me I could see, and anything after that was even darker. And dude, it was clouded. It was pitch black. I mean, it was as black gets in the mountains, dude. I it's so tight when you do that because you can't see your hand in front of your face. You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And so like yeah, dude, I just fucking I slept, then I ended up fucking sleeping like a rock, dude. But I wake up and fucking everything I have is soaked in the tent. I go to grab some clothes. It's so, dude, and it sucks when it's raining like that. Like you want to go take a piss, you got 2 pairs of socks. You're like, fuck, can't put on my socks. I'm gonna go in. Oh, I'm gonna fucking go outside, take a fucking piss, but I'm stepping in gravel now. I gotta try to dry my feet off so I don't get my fucking sleeping bag wet and filled with gravel. So you use like the one fucking dry towel you got. Okay, that's done. You know, you can't start a fire to dry anything off. I don't have a wood burning stove running or anything. You know, I'm like, God damn it, I was so fucking unprepared, dude. I was so mad.
Yeah, that
And I'm like,
sucks.
but I was never actually I was never mad. I was laughing the entire time. I'm like, this is fucking my
Yeah,
typical adventure, you know?
yeah,
And so I get up in the morning, I'm like, fuck, dude. And it's just still pouring. And I'm like, all right, I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna clean up all my fucking camp and then I'm gonna fucking go try to hunt a little bit. So I clean up fucking camp. I start hiking out into this fucking area that I think is a flat that I kind of went into yesterday. And I'm like, what the fuck? I must just be missing the trails or something. Dude, there's no fucking trails. Then 20 minutes, I'm soaked again to the bone. Like, I'm just pushing through brush, pushing. All the water just, when you're
yeah,
pushing through brush and it's soaked in water, all you're doing is fucking getting water. You know,
yeah.
I'm covered. And bro, my furthest
And
shot,
it's not even raining anymore.
the only thing that I'm actually like nervous about in the woods is a rutting moose because they're actually fucking psychotic and they'll charge anything. I don't give a fuck about bears. I don't give a fuck about wolves, mountain lions. Doesn't fucking bug me. Seen them. Don't bug me. Not scared. Running a moose, but what am I hunting? Moose in the fucking rut. You
Yeah,
know, like, and I wasn't even nervous then until I start pushing through, but I'm just fucking pissed because I'm soaked, dude. And it's just nonstop raining. It's so loud that if something's walking in front of me, I can't hear it. If something's walking at all, I can't hear it because I'm pushing through brush. Fucking the rain is dumping. So it just sounds like fucking machine guns. And I just keep pushing and I'm like, dude, this is fucking stupid. I'm like, the furthest shot I would have had was maybe 10 yards. Not even 10 yards, dude. Like fucking like 15 feet, like 7 yards or something like that. 5 yards, you know, like
yeah,
just ridiculous, bro. And I'm like, fuck, man. And so I keep trying to push and all I seen some moose sign and then like fucking all it is like these tunnels through all these vines and trees and bushes. Like, dude, this was not any area like where it was just fucking psychotic.
yeah.
So finally, dude, I had to bail. Like, I'm like, I can't. I was like, this is completely unhuntable for me. The
Damn.
one area that I could have hunted is where they were camping. And when I talked to those guys, they, like I said, they were going in, setting up spike everywhere that I'd studied on Onyx maps to go. They
People were
were,
already there.
you know, and like I'm never stepping on someone's toes. I'm not like all these fucking punks from Washington and California just show up and hunt wherever the fuck they want.
Man,
But yeah, so that was, dude, that was but it was wild. It was a learning experience, dude. It reminded me of a lot of simple principles that I learned when I was young about, you know, like always bringing a tarp. Like one of the things is tarp and rope. I didn't have fucking rope on me either. I was fucking pissed. My paracord I used all up. I guess I didn't use it all up, but when Bobby got his elk, you know, we had tied up the legs and shit, and I used the paracord. Well, we had it afterwards. We got it out from down there, but I don't know where I put it. So I got no rope. I got no tarp.
oh,
But one of the things you do is you set up a fucking tarp as a tarp, like just a canopy. Then you put your tent underneath it. So you get you a dry area
yeah.
and then you build your tent so it's not soaked, filled with water, all this shit, you
Makes
know.
sense. Yeah.
That, you know, I didn't have a fucking like, dude, all the shit that I didn't have, like, it was just ridiculous. Like, but
Yeah.
yeah, so I might go back out again. I might just go after deer the rest of the season, but we've been so fucking busy. My dad just had his birthday party. That was the weekend before last. This last weekend was good. Had the my dad's 60th birthday party. Dude, we did, you seen the granite job we installed
Yeah.
uphill canyon,
Insane.
bro, from a jet boat, dog.
Insane, dude. Just going in the water, I was like, dude, they gotta be like, that's crazy right now. Like if
Dude, it was
anything were to
so
go wrong and that granite were to go in the water, that it's like a disaster.
dude, and that's like the most fragile granite you can get.
Is it?
The whole thing. Yeah. That's the most fragile granite you can get. It's like, fuck, dude. And like, it was so funny because we get in the water, bro. And then like, Rob instantly hands me a beer. You know what I'm saying, bro?
I
It's
know.
fucking,
I figured that was coming.
yeah, it's like 8:15. I'm like, fuck it. I'm not going to say no. So I drink a beer on the way out there and it's just so surreal. We've always wanted to do a granite house, a granite in a house upriver by jet boat. Like,
Yeah.
cause Rob said he used to do them.
Yeah.
And sure enough, dude, we get this job. It's like, fuck, dude. Like, we loading it on the boat. Oh my God. So we had that A-frame loaded up. We're leaving the gas station and Rob's like going to the dock, you know, and he's like, fuck. Like what? He's like, I forgot to turn my batteries on. We're like, okay. He's like, we're gonna have to pick that A-frame up, and then I gotta reach in underneath the deck there and turn those batteries on. So me and John are like, what the fuck? So we pulled it off, dude. Me and John fucking get the A-frame, fucking, and Rob's like lifting and reaching in. He's like, all right, we're good. We're like, ah. So after all the granites on the frame on the boat, dude, we had to lift it so he can get in there.
Give the listeners an idea of how
then,
much
like,
that weighed.
it was probably like that wasn't too bad. Probably like 1,500 pounds, something like that. And but you know, it's on our frames and we're tipping it. We
Yeah.
didn't like lift 1,500 pounds, but
Yeah.
but yeah, and dude, it was, oh my God. So then, like, you know, I just have the one beer on the way up. We're having hell of fun, and we get to the house and shit, and I'm thinking, you know, like, I don't want to keep drinking, you know, like one of the guy, you know, the pretty well known guy up in town and shit, and at first I'm just thinking, like, you know, I'm gonna see if they're drinking. I don't want to be drinking beer and sawing their granite. You know, I don't like that image, dude. They fucking are on the dock, fucking lit, bro, at 9 o'clock, like fucking beers in hand, fucking, you know, hey, I got a 4-wheeler down here. We can. I'm like, dude, I can't quite put it on the 4-wheeler, but
Yeah.
we can use that to take up tools and fucking.
How did
So
you get the A-frame up the hill?
So we didn't. We brought a cart, which Rob's like, we'll just carry it. We're like, Rob, I'm gonna fucking take the cart, dude. Like, I'm gonna take the fucking cart. Thank God we had the fucking cart. So we have like special handling tools and shit like that. But basically, we just picked up the granite itself off the frame, put it on the cart on the dock, and then rolled it up this snake trail before. Dude, me and I was sucking wind. It was fucking work. And then the next piece we got on the cart, but in the quad trailer. And dude, we get to this steep ass corner where it's all rocks, and he's just, and we're fucking having to push the trailer in the thing and like kind of hold the ground. Dude, it was fucking wild. But it's his fuck it. And we got that one up. Then I carried the next one up, and then the other ones we carried up, and then we got the install. But dude, they were just fucking pushing beers on us, bro. Pushing beers, and then he's like, I got these Bud Lights. When you're out, you need to, you know, drink Keystone. Keystone change your life. He's like, change your life because you wake up on Monday and you look at all the money you save and say, hey, Keystone changed my life.
Yeah.
You know, like fucking, but dude, it was awesome, dude. We installed it. They were so happy. We got a free invite to his cabin up the river. He's like, whatever you guys want, you know, you're a part of this, so you know, you can do that. So then afterwards, they're like, hey, why don't you guys leave your tools on the dock here and take the frame off now because you're going to go play up the river. So we drove up Hell's Canyon to the Salmon River and then went through a bunch of rapids in the Salmon River. And that's when we were running all those bighorn sheep and everything like that.
Yeah, that was
dude,
tight.
one ram was a fucking stud, bro. Big ass ball sack swinging and shit.
Yeah.
Thought we were going to watch him get a piece of ass. But yeah, dude. So we went through all that, did some bass fishing, didn't catch it. We didn't fish very long. We were just all about the jet boating.
Yeah.
And dudes, like when we turned onto the salmon, everybody was parked there on a beach and shit, bro. And fucking this one girl comes out, dude, big old fucking titties hanging out and shit, nice old thighs, fat old ass, you know what I'm saying? And she's like, it's so funny because there's like a 10-year-old girl like on the boat, and like all the dudes were on the beach, and like she comes out, she was probably like late 30s, maybe 40. And she's like, woo! And I'm just laughing because, like, I'm like, dude, one of those dudes on the beach is like, God damn it, Sherry, fucking stop it. Like, it was just that situation, bro, where she's like so much more fucked up than everybody. And they're like, we're just trying to have a family outing.
Yeah.
But there was like 6 boats there. We drive by them. It was hella funny, man. And went up and then come down and then back down through the rapids, which was badass. Then got our tools, got our A-frame, drove back, and then we show up for my dad's 60th birthday party surprise, and surprised my dad. He fucking like we had like 50 people over, dude, and I was just cooking burgers like a motherfucker. Hit up the smelling salt real quick, cooking burgers and shit for
How many of the
everybody.
packets you got left?
Like 16. I'm saying
16. So you've been
I
going
think we've
through 'em,
done
huh?
8. No, I don't think I've done 8. It's pack 25. I don't think I've done 8. I bet I got like 19.
I don't know, man. The way you're talking about them, you're probably going through them left and right.
Now I just got them on Thursday night. Oh, that's why.
Um,
Yeah, but it was badass. Then like the 60th birthday, then all of a sudden we're all inside and everyone's like, hey, come outside. You, dad, and mom. We walk outside and my sister's standing there with her kids. She just randomly drove up from California to surprise us. So that was pretty cool.
That's pretty tight. How
Kudos to
long
her.
did it take her to get there?
She did good, bro. It only took her 12 and a half hours. And she drove I-5 through Oregon. She got a fucking speeding ticket, but
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it was pretty cool, man. So
we actually like that drive through like Oregon and Washington.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad going that way.
Wasn't bad at all.
I like my way because I like going on 95 where I can go 110.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 95's nice going up, but I think going back, it's kind of nice going the other way.
I don't think it's who you are as a person. You guys don't mind fucking taking your time and enjoy. I wish I could be like you guys.
You got to, man.
Not give a fuck. Like, just take your time.
What are you rushing back for?
Huh?
What are you rushing back for?
Dude, to get the fuck off the road, bro.
Yeah,
like, yeah. Oh, I ain't rushing back there no more. I'll take my sweet ass time going down there, man. My sweet ass fucking time. I'm traumatized still. I don't ever want to go down there again. Your wedding was amazing. Like the best wedding I've ever been to.
Thank you.
I'm gonna start with that right there. But Bobby's fucking Everclear mission took me into. I was in parts of Stockton I'd never been in my whole life, and growing up there.
And you still never got Everclear, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, not what he was looking for, but we got some and fucking. But it was like, dude, what the fuck are we doing down here? And like, we were in all these places in the drive-throughs and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, where are you taking us, Bobby? The fuck is going on? Like, oh my God. And dude, I mean, I'm just saying, we walk in, the dude's she's not wearing a fucking mask, right? This lady in there, neither is the other lady. Then he looks at us, tells us we got to fucking put masks on. I'm like, you fucking bitch. And then but I had one from the fucking airplane. And then Bobby has to buy one, for $1 or whatever from the fucking guy. And I'm like, look, and I'm like, oh, but they're fucking cool, bro, because you fucking know them. Fuck you. I don't say any of that because I'm respectful. But at the same time, dude, this is what's crazy. This is what bugged me. So he's got his channel on, his language, fucking crazy ass scribble writing.
Yeah.
And Bobby's asking for the Everclear, and he goes up and he grabs it. And as he's grabbing it, bro, he like pauses and he's pulling it down real slow, and he turns around and he looks up at the TV, and he's like all shook, bro. And he's like looking at the TV, and then he looks at us, and then he looks at the TV, and he looks at us, and then like he kind of relaxes. And I look up, and they're like, you could see on the TV, they're all like debating and arguing, and he's like walking with the bottle over the register. Then he's like, okay. It was like, oh, they didn't hear what they just said. That's exactly what it was like, bro. It was fucking. I'm like, okay, what the? And I'm looking up at him in the TV. I'm like, he made like at first, no big deal, and then I keep, and I'm like, what the fuck? He was seriously like, whatever they're saying. He's like, oh fuck, did they hear that? And then he's like, oh,
the little liquor store by my house, dude. The guy in there, he's constantly watching hardcore like Middle Eastern politics, and dude, he gets into him. Like sometimes he'll tell me, hold on, and I'm like, all right, bro.
Liquor store by your house. It was somewhere there.
Yeah. It probably was, man. That guy's real hardcore into his politics, man. He's like,
dude, I'm telling you, he got freaked the fuck out by whatever they said. Cause I mean, it was a fucking loud as fuck, dude. And then like, I see the way he's looking. I'm like, I got something to fucking be worried about, bro. Like, what the fuck, dog? Like it was fucking crazy, bro. I mean, it was a good minute, dude, that he was like stuck, like fucking looking around. I'm like, fuck, dude. Get the fuck out of here, man.
California is a crazy place, man. It's really
It was just it was like the vibe, dude, and the aura, like of being. We did so much running around, like what we stayed up till 5 in the fucking morning. Bobby
yeah.
ass shows up at 7. I mean, but kudos, Bobby. You
Yeah.
brought me a bang. You brought us
Saved
energy
it.
drinks,
Yep.
but it was instantly like, okay, dude, now we're gonna pick up, flowers, dude. When we picked up, so you guys. So somehow I don't know how the fuck I get. Bobby was a stud, so he was a stud of your wedding, bro. He was
Yeah.
gonna make sure that your wedding happened, like straight up. Kudos, mad props to Bobby. Bobby's like, okay, we got to go get the flowers. I'm like, fuck, dude. All right. Like, I'm fucking dying, dude. We got the Everclear. Now we're going to go get the fucking flowers, right? I'm like, fuck, dude. And I'm melting. We pull up to this fucking house and she's got a cooler in the garage, right? Like something you'd buy Coca-Cola out of. That,
Yeah.
like one of those, all the flowers in there and shit. And she just starts pulling them out in the ground. I'm like, and I'm looking at Bobby. I'm just fucked up. And Bobby's like, do you guys have something to put them in there? Like, oh, let me see if we got some boxes. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you got all these tiny ass little flower arrangements and you ain't got nothing to fucking put them in to hand them to us? Like, what the fuck is wrong? Like, this is your job. This is what you do. Do you think people just fucking show up with shit to put them in? Which I guess, fuck me, because I guess Victoria said people show up with coolers. Didn't know that, but I think that should be some shit. We were on the phone for a while fucking trying to get to the house. Like, hey, do you guys have a cooler? Oh, no. Oh, maybe you should get one. Okay, something. But I
Yeah.
show up, I'm like, fuck, dude. So now, and then, so getting these boxes, they're stacking them, and then they're like trying to tell Bobby, and Bobby's like, nah, bitches, I'll stack them the way I want. Cause they were trying to stack them to where they would have all just fell over.
Yeah.
Like, one, and if we would have stacked them the way they had, we would have needed like 12 more fucking boxes.
Yeah.
But, so we get them in there, dude. And now I got Amanda's fucking bouquet, bro.
Yeah.
And like, we get everything in the truck, and then I'm like, sitting in the passenger seat, and I'm like, and dude, I feel sick. Like, I just want to fall asleep, bro. And I'm like, just holding this bouquet, and I'm like, fuck, I just have to concentrate. I'm like, when I get out of the car, I'm not gonna drop this vase. I'm not gonna drop these fucking flowers. Like, I'm just gonna hold on to them. And Bobby's talking to me, and like, I'm listening to him and trying to talk to him, but in my head, all I'm doing is like, you cannot forget that you're holding flowers. You cannot forget that you're holding flowers. These are the main flowers of the party. Don't fuck this up. Don't drop these. All I was thinking in my mind is like, you're that guy, dude. You're exactly like, that's you. And I'm like, fuck, dude. And then like we get to fucking Amanda's, was it her aunt's house? Yeah, her aunt's house or whatever. And we pull up in there, and I'm like, fucking Bobby decides to fucking park fucking way down, dude. And it like in the front. And I'm like, oh, he's like, all right, we'll just walk him around. I'm like, fuck. And like, I got to walk these flowers around, dude. And I was stressing so hard. And then they load us up with, no, we didn't take the flowers out. I had to get the flowers out, I had to get the flowers out, put them back in the car, make sure they're not falling over. Then we go in. I forgot. Then we were grabbing all the wine. So I'm carrying crates of wine. And that's when I'm like, fuck, dude, now I'm going to fucking break a box of wine. So we load all the wine up. I got to get back to the bouquet on my lap, fucking concentrate. Remember I have it. We get to the fucking venue. We pull up. I was like, all right, it should be over here. Da, da, da. And Bobby's pissed. He's like, they don't fucking have the walk-in cooler on. Who the fuck? Where the fuck? These have to be refrigerated. Like, he's pissed because, I'm sorry, at first we talked to the coordinator, and she's like, oh, just put them in the cabinet. He's like, they need to be refrigerated. They'll wilt. And he's like, oh, man. She's like, no, we're going to turn it down. And so we drive over to the walk-in, and the guy goes, oh, it'll be like 40 minutes, and it should cool down. And Bobby's like, you didn't have it on? He's like, it's $25 a night. And Bobby's like, he's so pissed. He gets in the car. He's like, I don't even fucking the money they paid for this fucking place. And he doesn't want to spend $25 to turn the fucking walk-in cooler on. This fucking bullshit. We're going to figure this out. And I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm still just holding this fucking bouquet, bro. Like, I just want to get this shit safe and out of my fucking hands, bro. And we go back. Sure enough, the cabin was like, she got the cabin like 60 something. So he's like, I think it'll be all right. So then we put all the flowers in the cabin. I'm like, all right, fucking thank God. And then he's like, all right, we're going to go back to the house. Fuck, dude. Go back to the house. I'm hella hungover. Tillman's, all fucking having fun and shit. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to lay down. So Bobby's like, yeah, just go lay down in the back room. So I lay down, bro. And like 20 minutes after I lay down, not even 20 minutes, Bobby walks in. He's like, I think I'm just going to go on a run to wake me up. Do you want to go? I was like, fuck no, I don't want to go on a run, bro. I was like, I want to fucking get some rest in, dude. And then you like fucking Bobby leaves on a run. Like 5 minutes later, you call me. You're like, hey, what's up? Just want to make sure you guys are good to come to the wedding. Like, you're on time. I'm like, oh, dude, we're on it, bro. We're about to leave right now. Fucking bye. Like, I'm laying there. I'm so fucking hungover that I couldn't sleep. You know, I just laid
Oh,
there with my eyes closed, like totally awake. Finally, Bobby comes in, and I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. So he's like, all right, we got to be ready. So we get ready, and we're just waiting. And I'm like, why aren't we leaving? You know what I mean? And then, well, we were waiting on Bonnie to get there to watch the kids. So we had to wait for a hell of a long time. And I'm thinking, dude, Dave's going to be fucking freaking the fuck out. But we made it there. And
yeah. You guys even had beers ready?
dude, the photos that you have of Chris passing out. Are there more? Is it the full sequence?
That was the full sequence of him going
Oh, I
down.
was
There's
so she
3 of
stopped
them.
taking pictures. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, dude.
Oh, dude, I was dying when I saw those, and then I
Oh
forgot about a lot of those funny ones that we did, dude. I guess I was pretty
yeah.
wasted.
We were laughing. Victoria, like, she was like, that's the best photo Sean's ever taken in his life. All clean cut shit. He looked good. He
Everyone
looked,
looked good, man.
mhm.
There's a picture of me. It's Amanda's favorite picture. We just got all the pictures back the other night. And her favorite pictures, I'm like hugging one of you guys, and like my eyes are just all teared up, you know, and I just got so much
uh,
emotion on my face.
it was amazing, dude. Like, it was so cool and so perfect. Like, your guys' wedding was awesome, man.
dude, what was tight was like people were like, I was like, oh yeah, that's my buddy from Idaho over there. They're like, dude, he came all the way from Idaho for your wedding. And I'm like, yeah, that's my buddy from Oklahoma. You know, like
Hi.
all over the place. And it made me feel so special, dude. Like, you guys are fucking amazing.
Why you
We got
think I got so fucked up and forgot about my wife at my wedding? All my friends came from California. I'm like, it made me feel so special.
it happened. You guys just, I mean, it was a hell of a night, man. We were doing cake stands by the end of the night.
So, it was so funny, dude. I remember, like, what keeps flashing in my mind is like, Enrique was across a table from me, bro. And he's like, you're doing a lot of tucking with your eyebrows. And he just started making his fucking eyebrows go crazy, dude. And I'm dying laughing. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, you keep moving your eyebrows. Doing a lot of tugging with your eyebrow. And his fucking eyebrows were like, wow, 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 wow. And like, dude, I was laughing so hard, bro. Like, that, his face saying that just
Oh,
popped in my mind. I'm like, that's like,
everyone has an Enrique story from my wedding, man. He had a great time.
he broke a kegerator.
And in his defense, I should have stopped him. I should have prevented it because I'm watching him from across the like, you know, walkway, and I just see him and he's rocking back and forth, you know, doing one of those Enrique rocks. And I'm like, he's fucked up. He's gonna fall over. And like 2 seconds later, he fucking falls right into the kegerator. The whole thing falls apart. The keg goes rolling out. The CO2 goes flying off the back. The door breaks off. The tap breaks. And I'm like, all right, guys, kegs are done.
It was
Kegs
just
are
a massacre.
dude. So I have a great group of friends, by the way. I have to throw this out there. Thank you to everybody that pushed that kegerator up the hill in the middle of the night. They worked on it and got it up and running. They put it all back together, or at least good enough to where the venue didn't charge us for it.
Yeah.
And fucking
Not to mention, we rolled all of them down until they were gone, and then they all went back.
dude, I went up there in the morning. They were all back in the same area they were for the wedding. It
Yeah.
was amazing.
It was a
Amazing.
good mission, man. Yeah. I wasn't on the return keg crew.
Yeah,
I was
Amanda's
in
dad
my
broke
underwear
his
at that
toe
point.
on that crew.
Huh?
Amanda's dad broke his toe on that crew.
Oh shit. I remember sitting down, dude. I was so fucked up, bro. I remember sitting down and going to play my guitar and being like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Like there was no like pulling it off or nothing. I was just like, fuck, dude. Like, this is not gonna happen. Like, oh man.
Oh man, what it was a hell of a time, dude. It was
Mhm.
well worth it. Well worth it.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome. That's what I say. Like, for me, dude, like, you know, it was amazing, bro. And like, it was so cool. Like just seeing you and seeing her and the happiness and the people come together and the family. I mean, it was a good dance floor.
Yeah.
We had fun dancing. Like it was just a beautiful wedding, man.
My mom's like, "Yeah, your buddy Chad was one of the first people to pull me up on the dance floor."
I
Like, I'm
try
not
to dance
surprised.
with the ladies, man. Yeah.
And not only that is I'm pretty sure my wedding planner is somewhere right now touching herself thinking about you. She'd come in to scream at us about not being on time for something, and Chad's just like, "Here, just calm down, take a shot." And she'd take a shot, and she's like, "Oh my god, all your friends are so damn good looking," and she'd run away.
It was funny, dude. I kept trying, just loosen up, just relax. Oh man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was more than a few old ladies talking about your good looks, Chad.
Well, I appreciate all you fine women out there. Oh man.
Oh man, it's been good though, man. Going to Nashville for the honeymoon was the best choice we could have ever made. Um, I mean, a trip of a lifetime, dude. Like
Yeah.
the way it went down, like I mean, we were kind of bummed because it wasn't directly after the wedding. We had to wait a couple weeks, and
Yeah.
you know how that goes. But I mean, the way it worked out, dude, it was so perfect of a vacation, perfect timing, perfect length. You know,
Yeah.
I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Fucking A, man. I'm glad you got to do that and have some fun. And then hey, my phone just flashed 10%, so if I
Yes,
lose you,
sir.
my bad. But yeah, dude, I'm so happy you guys went, man. Are you still considering trying to get out there, or where is
So
your mind at with that?
so we you know, we were wanting to see if we even liked it there. You know, we wanted to kind of see the vibe of
Yeah.
Tennessee. As soon as we got there, like, I mean, it was so welcoming, and Amanda was like directly on board. She's like, "Hey, babe, I really want to move here. I love it." She started making friends and getting phone numbers while we were there,
Oh shit.
and girls texting her after we got home, like, "Hey, you guys made it home okay?" Like, da 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 da, like showing genuine care after meeting them for 20 fucking minutes at a bar.
Yeah, that's tight. Yeah.
So we're on board. Right now we're kind of stuck with California bullshit going on with Amanda's teaching credential.
Oh,
As soon as
okay.
all that's finished up in the state of California, we're gonna be packing things up, and hopefully we got land by then.
Anywhere. So yeah.
But
Mm.
I mean, right now it's like we're at the stage to where we've talked about a plan. Right now we just got to execute on everything and wrap up the loose ends here in California so we can make it happen.
Yeah, man. Well, right on, man. Yep.
So
Power to you, brother. It's
yeah,
fucking. Oh yeah.
yeah, dude. Let's get some fight picks in before your phone dies.
All right.
Let me pull up the card real quick.
The only one I really recognized on the prelims was Stefan Struve versus Tui Tuivasa. And I'd go for Tuivasa on that all day. I don't think Stefan Struve has much left.
On the prelims or the undercard?
That was well, I mean the undercard is the prelims. But the not the fight pass prelims, but the main prelims.
Okay.
The first or main, I don't know how that was. I think the main event was Stefan Struve too.
So I'm gonna read this off of um, yeah, I don't know a bunch of these motherfuckers.
There's a bunch on there I don't know, dude. I was like, fuck.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. I see what you're talking about. Okay, let's just break down let's break down the top 4 fights because those are the only
Yeah.
real ones I actually know. So we got Jacob Malakun versus Philip Haas. One's 4-0. I don't know either one of those guys. All right, we'll skip that one. Walt
I
Harris
was like, you said you know these guys? I was like, I don't know.
I figured you might know one of them.
Victoria would. Fuck.
Yeah. So we got Walt Harris versus Alexander Volkanov. 6'7", 6'5". They're both tall guys. Walt Harris is 13-8. Homeboy is 31-8.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for Walt Harris on this though.
He's been sucking lately. His last fight, you know, they made a big deal. They did like that documentary about his daughter getting killed or something, and then he
Yeah, and that was just fucked up. That's why I think that's what I think fucked him up was just fucking.
the
That's
pressure.
why I feel like he's gonna come back good now. Yeah, I hate when they make a fight all about that shit.
That
Like
was
that's
stupid.
so fucked up. Like
It I felt so bad for the guy, like, I mean, he had to relive that story
imagine
the
going
whole
through a
pay-per-view.
tragedy and everywhere you go, hey, let's remind you of your tragedy. Hey, this entire fight, here's your tragedy. Hey, how you feeling, man? Hey, feel sorry for you, man. Like you're constantly reminded of your tragedy. Like, fuck,
Yeah,
dude.
that
So
sucks.
anyway, I'm rooting for come out of it, kick some
That's
ass.
heavyweight too,
So
that's I mean, they're
yeah,
big boys, so, what are you saying, Walt Harris by, KO, TKO?
I'm gonna go first round TKO.
Okay, I like it. I'd lost faith in Walt Harris. I got Volkanov.
Okay.
I'm gonna say he's gonna TKO him within the second round.
All right. All right. All right.
And this next fight, okay, I'm very strong about this. It's Jared Cannonier, Robert Whitaker. I think
Yeah.
Whitaker is fucking long gone. I think Cannonier is gonna fucking destroy him. Destroy him.
Whoa. Hold. Okay. Here's my breakdown of that. One, I'm going for Robert Whitaker, I think decision. But here is Robert Whitaker. I don't think he's gone. I think he's on the comeback. I think he's reinvigorated now. His last fight looked like he had some fire in him. And I think, oh, I'm sorry. The last one must have been 20%. It just said 10%. So anyway, but Robert Whitaker, I think he's just a little quicker. He's smart and he's crafty. That's what everybody forgets. He's been 10 rounds with Yoel Romero. Yoel Romero was a fucking wrecking crew. Yoel Romero coming up,
Unless you're out of
nobody could stop talking about. Jared Cannonier looks great, but he's
that Muay
not
Thai though. He's
making
got good Muay Thai.
yeah, but he's not making the rounds exactly like to me his fault. He's not making the rounds like this fucking world beater like Yoel was. And he hasn't fought all the guys that Yoel did. So I say, like, dude, he's solid as fuck. He's scary as fuck. He's game. But the fact that his base isn't this crazy wrestler's base means that his strength is also Whitaker's strength. And I think that when it comes to the striking, that Whitaker's a little bit craftier. You know what I mean? And
I think Whitaker's got a little bit more speed too, I'd say.
yeah, that's what I mean. I think he's just quick and craftier. And of course, he doesn't want to get caught by, Cannonier or nothing like that, of course. But I feel like Whitaker's gonna pull off a decision on this. I feel like
I
he's gonna get it.
I have a feeling that Whitaker's gonna get dropped with a body shot because he's soft, and Cannonier's
What?
gonna tie him up. He's gonna drop him with some
What?
crazy knees to the body.
When has Robert Whitaker been soft?
I'm just saying, he's soft.
He's got so much.
He's
If he
losing it.
would have
He's losing it.
fucking
He's on the
dropped
downhill, Chad.
both
He's not gonna
rounds
make
to
it.
fucking Romero. You're out
When's
of
the
your
last
mind.
time he's won a fight?
His last fight.
Who'd he fight?
I don't remember, but he won. Yeah, he won his last fight.
I'm
So he
just
had
not impressed.
Adesanya he lost to. Then his first fight back, he said like when he fought Adesanya, he was just burnt out and tired of it. So he had all the time off. And his last fight, he won. He looked
Didn't
good.
fight Gilbert Burns and lose?
No,
No. Okay.
Gilbert Burns 170 anyway, but that came up from 155. But
I was way off.
yeah, yeah. Then main event time, boy. God damn.
So
Khabib.
give me your breakdown on this. I think it's Khabib's first fight back since his dad's passed away, right? And his dad was his main coach. So that's got
Yeah, I mean,
on him.
I think if Khabib's not Khabib, that's the only reason. But I mean, I just don't. I feel like he's gonna show up just as like he normally does, and I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I don't know. Here's what I say is that Gaethje will be the first person that fights Khabib that truly won't give a fuck about putting himself in harm's way.
Yeah.
Like Gaethje's gonna fucking swing no matter what. Gaethje is gonna fucking, no, he doesn't want to get his back took and get wrestled, but he's not gonna try to play a chess match. He's gonna fucking go for fucking Khabib.
Oh yeah. He's gonna fight.
Yeah, and that's where I think like everyone before that might have said that Quinta or something, people that thought that, like they were always, once the bell rang, they were like, okay. Like you could tell they're like focused on not getting taken down. I think Khabib is gonna just fucking throw some leather. Or I mean Gaethje's gonna throw some leather. And I mean, from there, I don't know. I mean, he's been wrestling his ass off. I would say that
he got dropped by Ferguson though in that last fight. he got
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, there's always a potential, but I think like other than Tony Ferguson, as far as who Khabib's fought, and he's fought damn near everybody, I think Gaethje is the best conditioned wrestler that Khabib has fought.
where do
So
you think this fight goes? Like,
I, dude, I think that
it,
I mean, there's a chance of Gaethje. I think that if Gaethje wins, it means he fucking put Khabib away. He caught Khabib because Khabib gets punched and
yeah,
Khabib takes risks,
yeah.
right? Because he's just going to get in tight
Been
and
out
take
there,
you
but
down.
lately in his last few fights, he's been a little bit better at it.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. It's going to be interesting to see if he gets too eager because his dad passed and he's too emotional and too angry and going at it too much. Then I feel like Gaethje's going to catch him. And then I also feel like, what if Khabib's like spirit is kind of killed and he's too relaxed and Gaethje runs over? So, but Khabib always has his wrestling, his clinch against the cage, everything like that. So
That's his
that to
go-to.
me, Gaethje's way more conditioned than anybody else that's been in that position. Like Gaethje's fucking a cardio maniac and he's gonna keep fighting and getting up. So that's
Well,
where I
he's
think it.
gotta
I
have
think
one of the best wrestling pedigrees, like, compared to
well,
other guys that have fought
yeah,
him, right?
well, and just the grit of it, like the grit, like Khabib's
Right.
grit. Khabib is just strong wrestler,
Okay.
boom, boom, fighting, fight. And I think that Gaethje is gonna match, if not like. I feel like Gaethje's definitely more intense and Khabib's more skilled, but Gaethje's more intense, and I feel like their grit and determination and cardio is on the same page.
Yeah.
So in this case, like I'm like, fuck, dude, I love Khabib and I love witnessing his greatness, but at the same time, I kind of want to see Gaethje pull it off, and I like Gaethje's odds. I still think that the favored is Khabib, and I agree with that. I'm just hoping that Gaethje pulls it off. That's kind of where I'm at.
I
So.
I've never
I'll
been
go
a
with Chi by third round TKO.
I've never been a huge fan of Khabib. I've always rooted against him. I still root against him. For some reason, I don't know. I just he annoys me. I think that he picks and chooses his wins. I think that record is very protected. He missed a lot of good fights during Ramadan and during certain times where other guys were on the up and up.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I don't think there's anybody right now that can really stop him. I think that Gaethje has the best chance with his wrestling, but it's going to be damn tough. I think Khabib, if anything, I think he's going to be better since his dad's not around. If you watch like that countdown, you see where he talks about Javier Mendez
Yeah.
and how much he respects him and how similar he is to his dad, and like even the things he said during one of his fights to where his dad couldn't make it. He
It
coached
was
him just
honor.
yeah, he coached him just like his dad did. So
Yeah. He said he always liked his dad's game plans.
I don't think it's gonna be a bad switch, or I don't think we're gonna see anything too off. I think
It
if
could be you could see Khabib set free, sometimes.
yeah. I think if anything, we're gonna see Khabib destroy this guy because he wants to prove something for his dad, or prove that he could
Yeah.
do it,
Yeah. I
anyways.
could see it going that way. I mean, dude, Khabib is incredibly skilled.
Yeah.
Like it's
I I
wild.
I want Gaethje to win, and like you said, I think he's got a puncher's chance. But I'm going with Khabib on this one. I think he's going to be 29-0 and possibly retire.
Well, they just I read a headline today that said Khabib he doesn't know what's next, but apparently the UFC's talked to him about a couple things, and Dana has a surprise for him if he gets through this.
Yeah,
Or he just says has a surprise for him after this fight, which is fucking so
I'd love to
disrespectful
see
to
George
Gaethje.
St. Pierre walk in that ring. George St. Pierre.
That's what everyone's thinking. Like it's got to be St. Pierre. Like that's it.
That's the only fight that anybody really gives a fuck about for
Yeah,
Khabib.
because I mean, Khabib was saying that if Connor or Poirier, if Connor and Poirier's fight is for the title, then they need to fight at 155, which I think they're going to. So, their first fight was at 145.
That
So
whole that
fight at
whole
one.
Poirier Connor thing just gets. I mean, it's
Well, dude, this is what I think people are forgetting that after Connor smoked Cowboy, he said he wanted some more time in the ring and that he had some things he wanted to work out. So he's not trying to fight the number one right now. Like he
yeah.
pretty much said that. Like he wants to get back in there, feel it a little bit more, and
COVID
then go for something. So,
COVID
yeah.
hit, like, I mean, the
Well, yeah,
cards
he
were
like that
different.
too. Yeah,
He wasn't gonna get no ring time after that. Like, they have to, like, get those other guys fights and, there's a lot of shit moving in the UFC.
and Connor feeds off the crowd, bro. He does not want to fight with no crowd. Like,
Yeah.
what he says, like, yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I think that it'd be dumb if he fought without the crowd, but
yeah,
who
that's a weapon. But
old Nick Diaz might be making a comeback. I hope he does. God bless him. And
all the rumors going around like a month or two ago, but I haven't heard shit since.
if
So,
you've been seeing his Instagram, it's changed a little bit. He's fucking in the gym like every single day, training and boxing and
oh, is he?
yes, he looks
Yeah, I'm still not
healthy.
on nothing, so I ain't seen it. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
he looks
good, man.
healthy. He looks good.
I hope he does what he wants to do and it goes well for him. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
oh yeah.
Well, John, let's wrap this thing up.
All right.
Thank you to our sponsors, Calaveras River
Six.
Farms, Monroy's Original Hot Sauce, and Retro Grappler. Thank you guys for being a part of Center and the Saint. We appreciate it, guys. Go check out Retro Grappler. They got a new Halloween line of rash guards out right now. They are all discounted. So tell them Center and the Saint sent you for a awesome price. As well, go to Podestos to buy Monroy's Original Hot Sauce or hit them up on Instagram and Facebook. Also, Calaveras River Farms has the best eggs, coming out with some new beef soon, and it's going to be amazing. So, guys, keep up. Follow them on Facebook. Follow them on Instagram for some amazing farm fresh products. Chad,
Yeah.
take it away.
On what's up? What do you want me to take it away on?
We're wrapping this thing, buddy.
Fucking episode 56, you guys. Hey, I love you all. We open up the episode, I get a little worked up or whatever. All I can say to everybody out there, man, keep having fun. Find positivity in every single day. Find something to be happy about. It's easy for us all to get worked up, be angry, be pissed off, and say fuck the world. But the truth is, guys, let's just fucking have fun and smile and give each other a reason to smile. That's what's up. And try smelling salts. They're great.
Reverend Chad, that was actually my cousin who was the pastor at our wedding.
Oh shit. All right, all right. What's up, brother?
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Look for us next week. We will be back. Guaranteed.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
All right, bro. All right, guys. Episode 56.
We out.
We out.